Pergolakan politik yang mewarnai Thailand menjadikan Malaysia destinasi pilihan utama kalangan pelancongan antarabangsa. Secara tidak langsung, ia membantu kempen Tahun Melawat Malaysia 2014 yang mensasarkan sumbangan pendapatan berjumlah 76 bilion ringgit. Industri perhotelan antara yang menerima tempiasnya apabila perolehan awal tahun 2014 dilihat kukuh, terutama pada musim cuti umum termasuk Tahun Baru Cina.
Menurut Ketua Pegawai Eksekutif Persatuan Hotel Malaysia MAH Reginald T. Pereira, industri perhotelan di negara ini bermula pada tahap yang memberangsangkan sejak cuti Christmas penghujung tahun lalu. Berbeza dengan tahun lalu, sambutan Tahun Baru Cina 2014 disambut lebih awal tahun ini, menjadikan trend pelancongan terus berkembang.
I believe it's more encouraging. Last year Chinese New Year was sometime in February. So after the end of the year celebrations, there was a bit of a lull before it picked up again. But this year, because Chinese New Year is coming in January, so plus we had additional holidays in January, we saw a travel pattern that there was still a lot of movement with tourism. And again, I have to add, I think the VMY Visit Malaysia Year 2014 has also contributed to part of this movement and excitement.
Ditanya mengenai pasaran pelancongan, Pereira menyifatkan gabungan pelancongan domestik dan antarabangsa memilih untuk bercuti di negara ini berikutan krisis politik yang berlaku di negara jiran Thailand.
I would say it's a bit of mix, a bit of both, and also we have to also consider the unrest in Thailand has also contributed to a certain extent, because it does happen when there's some unrest in a neighbouring country, people tend to look at Malaysia as an alternative. So with what is happening in Thailand over the last couple of weeks, I think a lot of the international visitors or even those in Malaysia who wanted to visit Thailand may have been changed their plans and used Malaysia as a destination. And that also has to some extent contributed to the occupancies at our hotels in Malaysia.
Tidak lupa jamuan makan malam kaum Tionghoa yang menjadi amalan tradisi pada malam Tahun Baru. Masyarakat kini memilih untuk menikmati hidangan bersama keluarga di restoran dan hotel.
If you look at those who are actually celebrating CNY, and it also goes not only for CNY, we look at our other festivities that we celebrate, there's been a changing trends in terms of the food and beverage activities. The traditional reunion dinners that were normally held in homes are now being held in hotels. Again, because of changing trends, everyone is so busy. They do not have the time to go back and prepare this traditional sumptuous dinner. And hotels, being hotels, they have taken the opportunity to come up with these traditional reunion dinners a couple of years back, which have been well received. The same goes for during the fasting month. The Ramadan buffets now has become a very popular activity that takes place, and the same goes for during Christmas and New Year, where they have traditional dinners. So everyone seems to be now looking at hotels or restaurants where they can go because of convenience. You don't have domestic help anymore at home, all right? Everybody is working, so it becomes a very tiring effort. By the same token, even those who come from out of KL, example, or let's say somebody from Penang, or somebody from KL who's now working in Penang and wants to come back to KL, there's also been a trend, change in trend on where they stay. They don't necessarily stay in the family home anymore because everyone is so grown up. All of them are married, they've got kids, and so the home that used to just accommodate one family, as now the family has doubled and quadrupled, so you can't even accommodate your kids and your grandkids. So what happens is they go back to their hometown and they end up staying in hotels, all right? Of course, they go back to the traditional family home, and then to make things, because it's become such a big group, to cook for that amount of people also, it is quite a tedious affair. Everyone is aged. So they end up going to the hotel and having their family reunion dinner there as well. So these are how trends have changed over the years. And I see that happening again this year.